Started, and we're off and running from Landover. Evans now to return. And that return comes to an end as they touch him down. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, anticipation.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Burrow setting up the play action. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Burrow from the gun. Pressure's there, and the Commanders got him. And the defense comes through, and that's gonna back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. He sends this away, and this is going to be a field flipper. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
2nd and 3 now. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's May. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. Play action now, Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Burrow setting to throw. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. Decent game here, but short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he'd love to know the tendencies of the defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th downs instead.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders will go on offense. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's May. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Back-to-back carries here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders go up 6-0 here in the 1st. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Katie York for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First down, Burrow to throw. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. May now from the gun. Caught near the pylon. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now 2nd and goal situation.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. May now. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last 2nd attempt to get rid of it.
Groupie sends it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession. Now he's York to kick this one away. Evans now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a 1st down off this defense just yet. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They run once more with Spears. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner. Driving dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. They motion the slot man right. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
This finds Smith. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Gets this to Kincaid.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The give here on second. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. So here come the 49ers on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's gonna get it to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now the shotgun give to Spears. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed here to Spears. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Nice return there. 15 yards gain. And it's going to be their football coming up. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Motioning him from the slot right. May now on 3rd down. He finds Kincaid. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A give now from the gun. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Strong running inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Made a throw it. Hits his running back.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Miller. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. Is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a 16-point ball game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders take a 3-possession lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The 49ers looking at their first shot here inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Looking to throw, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. He brings it in. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The 49ers driving. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. A give to Spears, running right. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown! The 49ers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
And it's no good. Denied by the right upright. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Commanders and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. To the air on 1st down, May. Jump off caught by his back. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks. Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. May on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. To the air yet again. May. Taken in by Smith. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. On fourth down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. Groupie sends it through, and that extends their lead to 14.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. He'll throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where you see the final score there. Jamison Williams, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Gardner Minshew, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Evans now to return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Commanders returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Made out a throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. May looking to throw. Wiley hauls it in. And That's good for a gain of 5. And Oliver there to make the stop. All right, here we go. Second down. The give now out of the shotgun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, good luck sneaking a draw by this defense on 3rd down, Kate. A quicker little run may have brought them a chance to get the 1st down, but with that delay, this defense was all over it.
On 4th down, here comes Cade York and the Commanders' field goal unit. This is going to be a 46-yarder. That crunches off the right upright, no good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Spears running behind center. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Burrow setting up the play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense and looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's when they should have run instead.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Connects with Thrash. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down throw for May. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's May. This is reeled in by Pittman. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14. This offense making its way back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down, Burrow to throw. Cut by Collins on the slant. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Spears trying this straight ahead. And they had that one contained right at the line. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Burrow from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10 now from the 30. Burrow to the air now. Ferguson's got it, complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Spears. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically.
Touchdown, San Francisco! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders set to take over. The touchdown dropped this back to a one-possession game, so they're hoping to get some breathing room right back here. 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Commanders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Going to the ground again on first. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
From the gun, a give to Miller. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6. Here's made in the air. Deep down the right sideline. It's his running back making the catch. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
You're good on the point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Now he's York to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Gets this over the middle to Collins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It's caught. Ferguson. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down. Here's Burrow. He's got it over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They send a tight end in motion. To throw again, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Burrow setting the throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
May now on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders still likely locked up the win right there. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And it's no good. Denied by the right upright. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting all set for this series. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try to miss the mark. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throw left side, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They kick the running back in motion. On 1st down, here's Burrow. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Completed to Collins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. 4 yards to pick up that time, partner. They're set up closer. 4th and goal upcoming.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. They motion the tight end over. Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. First down, Burrow to throw. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 4. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Burrow to the air now. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The home teams and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They give it to him again. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off.
Ready, and we are underway from the Superdome. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. On the counter, here's Algier. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Stroud looking to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Now a give right side. Hart, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hart. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. On third down,
it's Hart. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw is Williams. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Daniel Whelan now. This is taken at about the 14. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The veteran Rasul Douglas able to break that one up. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stroud. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Stroud. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Throwing now is Stroud. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. As Stroud now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Stroud now. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun.
And that is incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's Stroud.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Stroud to throw it.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here's Williams.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Young. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. McCann. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw, Williams.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Throwing is Williams.
And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And this will be taken at the 13. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Algier going straight ahead.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. Stroud. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hart. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
And he spins through. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Panthers about ready to take over.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
To throw, it's Williams. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
3rd and 4.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
To the air, Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Starting the drive with Algier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Algier now up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll stick with Algier.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Algier. Down to about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
The tight end in motion right.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. That is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Trying the left side with Algier.
Wiggles free. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that way. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Robinson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it with Algier.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Saints are set up now with a 1st and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Algier diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Jefferson going to go in motion right. From the gun, here's Williams. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 48 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense had C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Stroud looking to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Jamison Williams, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check in on the Commanders at home in Landover. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Drake May, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Cam Akers, a touchdown run in the victory. It was Tyler Algier with a solid performance in that first half of action. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
from the shotgun. A throw for Williams.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 41.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll keep it on the ground. McCann.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Now a give, right side. McCann. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Williams. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Now Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hart. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Now 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Williams. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lock one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right on the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Williams.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 13 yards out.
And the Panthers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now 2nd and 9. Algier with another carry.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Saints on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
And Stroud now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll give to Algier out of the gun.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Here's Stroud. Dumps this one out to Algier. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Stroud to throw it.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Panthers offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
To throw, it's Williams.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. So nothing doing there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
To the air, Williams.
Buying time to his left. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Again, it's Pacheco.
Broken tackle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Throwing is Williams.
His throw incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's Williams.
That is caught. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a handoff up the middle. McCann. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
To throw, Williams.
And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line.
And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis,